no matter how much the casuals try to shame you or tell you it doesn't matter, college football spring game attendance matters. Now, all of this came up because I got into a little bit of an argument with USC fans trying to tell me that spring game attendance does not matter. And all of this happened after I replied to a tweet by Luca Evans of the OC Register that showed USC fans absolutely not in attendance, and it looked like the damn Rose Bowl last year in the non-conference games. Now look at this picture. Look at this. Almost an empty stadium on a sunny 71-degree day for the West Coast's supposedly premier program is pathetic. Now, you guys can hop in the comments, make sure that you like, subscribe, get notifications, and also weigh in on this one. Here's the truth. Passion matters in college football, and the passion of the fan bases matter. And where you show your passion at is by where you spend your time and your money. Because fan bases who it just matters more to, they show up year around, not just on fall Saturdays when the team is good. Talking to you. Now, USC fans gave me every single excuse in the book for the Coliseum not looking like Ohio State, Alabama, Penn State, Nebraska, Oregon, and a bunch of other schools that you wanted to choose. Here's the question I got for you. A little exercise before we even get into all the numbers and all the everything else. If Ohio State was going to the Coliseum to go play USC, do you think USC fans would sell their tickets if they thought they could make double the money on them? Now, do it in reverse. USC going to Columbus. How many Ohio State Buckeyes fans are really going to sell their tickets? Exactly. Now, let's get into the excuses that USC fans gave me for them not showing up to the spring game. I was told there's better things to do in LA on a nice Saturday, nice weather afternoon. And all those places that you just named, the fans have nothing else to do, baby. This LA. I was also told that the Dodgers and the Lakers, that they, having games that day, split the potential game. Bruh, there's 4 million people in LA proper, not even talking about the valley and everything in between. And the Lakers played at night. Then I was told, listen, man, the weather was too nice to be going to a spring game. Do you think that more people would have been there if the weather was worse? If it was raining outside or anything? No. Even hardcore Nebraska fans are less likely to turn out for a spring game if the weather is bad. It was like 45 degrees at Nebraska spring game. Still, over 60,000 people. That's down from the 80,000 people prior to that because the weather was bad. So if weather can keep Nebraska Huskers fans at bay, what do you think a little wind and rain would have done at the Coliseum? Man, that thing would have been absolutely empty. LA is great. I live here. But if the chance to see your college football team that you helped fund through NIL, if you did, up close and personal after several months off after the season was over with, if that don't give you goosebumps and get your blood pumping and give you the urge to get together with your friends and family for a nice little spring game experience, then you need to admit to yourself that it is not as important to you as it is to other people. And that's okay, but please just be honest. And I was also told, well, the team, they earned this crowd with their previous 7-5 performance. Listen, spring games are not about the past. They are about hope for the future. And I was told, listen, it's just practice. Nobody cares about practice. Well, Penn State drew almost 70,000 for practice. Ohio State, 80,000. Alabama, over 60,000. I was told it means nothing. Not to the players and the recruits, because to them, actually support means everything. Ohio State had 45 recruits at their spring game. And when they look out and see that the shoe is full, they know that they'll be taken care of when they get to Columbus, if they so get the opportunity to do so. Because you can absolutely guarantee that there is a correlation between in-person attendance and potential financial support. And you can also guarantee that USC's lack of in-person enthusiasm is used as a negative recruitment tool against them. And this is It's not a USC alone debate because Washington fans came to defend them in the feud. Just wait till the fall. Listen, I don't have to. I know what's coming because USC is off to the Big Ten, and Big Ten fans are going to turn the Coliseum into an away game for USC. Now, Washington, though, I don't think that their fans in that previous scenario would actually sell their tickets for a premier matchup. Now, the Trojans at their spring game. It's 420. It's 420. We're not worried about that bowl. We worried about a different bowl. Here's the thing I will concede to USC fans, though, is that if this was last year, then the turnout would not have been as pathetic because the Pac-12 is notorious for having fair weather fandom. But USC's not in the Pac-12 anymore. USC is in the Big Ten. And that means that they'll be competing with Big Ten schools, not only on the field, but for recruits, positive media attention, and everything in between. Fan base passion impacts NIL donations, recruiting wins, and both of those things impact wins and losses literally on the field. And then think about damn near every single ledger number on the balance sheet, which them bean counters care about. Those things matter because at the end of the day, college football is what? Say it with me, people. A business. And maybe it just doesn't matter to USC or other people's fans as much. But if that's the case, just say that and stop pretending because you've been exposed as a casual. But you don't have to understand that it just means more to some people and that it doesn't matter to you at all. Because if you don't have the energy to show up, that's fine. But you're making my point for me when you give excuses instead of just keeping that same energy on social media that you have when it comes to spring ball. You can't be showing more fight online than you show support for your team and expect me to not think you're a casual. Because you can be sure that these other Big Ten fan bases are going to take your tickets, fill your stadium. Let that sink in.